I'm on my prime, I'm feeling like Steph. I get my shot and I promise it's wet. Waited too long, but I told him I'm next. I need my bag, just run me the check. Cable was mine, I ain't taking less. I told them all I'm as real as it gets. Shit be a shit, dog, I'm cutting the net. I thought I told them I came for my spot. They told me time is like money, that's why I done made it. I sweated, I'm spending a lot. They never seen the hours I put in to get here. They only just see what I got. I spent my time in the lab all this winter. I sweated the summer is gonna be hot. I cannot lie on this shit. I paid a lot for this shit. They got some money to spend. I got some money to get. I gotta talk on this shit. I swear I told them I'm here. I feel like I'm in the league. I just keep making these hits. Took a little break, but I swear that I'm back. Going ask anybody, put a city on the map. They was trying to call when they sent a contract, but I never reply, let's send it for the max. Everything I said, man, they know it's all facts. Told them if they want a verse, and they go and get text. Told them last year that I'm coming for it all. Go and check the numbers, dog, I'm putting up stats. Yeah. I'm on my prime, I'm feeling like Steph. I get my shot and I promise it's wet. Waited too long, but I told him I'm next. I need my bag, just run me the check. Cable was mine, I ain't taking less. I told them all I'm as real as it gets. Shit be a shit, dog, I'm cutting the net.
I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself. I don't need you, I do it myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got that. Okay, the way that I'ma do it, they can top that. No way. Critics trying to hate, but I don't talk back, I know that. Plotting on the kid with the bull, tell them all that. I'm the one that I'ma gamble on, I ramble on. I'm about to get my ramble on, and I'm the one they really couldn't get a handle on.
Hey, it is, of course, designated Spittaz time. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to rock and roll. Baseball season is basically back as it is this week, this week. We got a big week in store for you guys, but what is going on, my brother, the one, the only, Francis Lee? I think he needs a grandmother to take care of him tonight. That's what I think.
What do you hear? What do you say?
What do you hear? What do you say?
Nah, yo, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm a little under the weather. The changing the weather here up in New York got me tripping a little bit. But like you just said, man, baseball's back so soon. Like this is the last DS before we have real baseball.
Yeah.
So
no
this
doubt.
is an exciting episode for me, bro.
And it feels like it's been a while. Like, not that it's been, I don't know how to even explain this offseason. Like, did it go fast? Did it go slow?
Both.
I don't know, right? It feels like it's
It
both.
felt like both.
I feel like I could make a really good argument for both. For like, it was slow, and for that shit went quick as hell. For the Yankees not to do that much, I mean, they did some good things, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
for them not to like go batshit crazy, it does feel like it kind of went fast.
Yeah, it did go fast. It definitely did go fast. It went, in a sense, like when we were looking for more moves to be made, I guess you could say like it started going slow, like these last 6 weeks with the whole Snell and that
now
took
Monty
forever.
shit and all
Now
this
the Monty
and blah,
shit,
blah,
exactly. But yeah, I think that kind of slowed it down. But I mean, when I really think about it, bro, it kind of flew by. Like it feels like the other day we were calling that last game of the World Series, bro. And look at that. Like that's it. We're back. Thursday we have Yankees baseball and it counts.
Yeah, and like I said, this whole week is busy. I've been saying it for a while. I said it earlier on Game Season Live. Tomorrow we got day 4 of the vlog dropping, which Francis already knows is must watch. I mean, if you guys like have if anybody, I'm gonna tell you right now. So that premieres at 7 o'clock tomorrow. If anybody's having a bad day, make sure you tune into that because you're going to get some laughs. You're going to get a lot of laughs in that episode. It's amazing. It's great. And it really is like the epic battle, basically, of a movie. That is the day 4. And there's no Yankee game that day. It's just us bugging
Nope.
out and being absolutely wild that day. So you guys want to
Yeah.
tune in for that. Wednesday, mark your calendars down for 8:30 p.m. sharp. It is the Nights at the Round Table show. Guys, we're putting it all on the table. That's what that show's about. It's before the season begins, one day before the season begins, and we're going out there and just letting you guys know what we think, predictions, Cy Young, MVP, bold takes, all that crazy stuff. That's what you got to tune in for, and that show is going to be big. Again, it'll be the designated Spittaz on
sir.
that show. It'll be Bronx and Nothing on that show. And then it will be our friend Johnny's Lasagna. And then also from NYYST, Christian will be on that show. So I think that's pretty must-watch TV, to be honest.
Oh, you're damn right it is, bro. I can't wait. I feel like one, I miss the guys. So like having us all in the same forum is gonna be nice.
It's the craziest thing about Tampa is we've been saying that so much to each other. Man, I miss you guys, man. Like,
Yeah,
come
it's
on,
crazy,
man. Like, why are
bro.
we in different states? What are we doing here?
It's crazy, bro. Like, so I'm hyped just to be around, like be on the same screen as the dudes again. And bro, we got a season to talk about. It's here.
We do, man. Baseball season is back. Guys, we got over 100 people in here right now. Do me a favor, smacky that likey, hitty that subby like you've never done before in your life. And yeah, man, let's get right into it, right? Let's start there. I guess we got to start with the big news of the day. That is, of course, Luis Hill winning the number 5 spot. And I think we all kind of said, right, that if it comes down to pure stuff, he's the guy. There's no denying that. We were all concerned about one thing, and that was, are they going to try to manage his innings? So maybe a bullpen role, 2 or 3 innings to be able to manage it. Matt Blake comes out and goes, look, we're done with that idea of that for anybody. We're going to go based off how these guys feel, which is a welcome. It's welcome. I welcome that.
I
with
was
open
super
arms.
happy to hear that. Yeah.
So then they come out and I'll put it on the screen right now. Let's just take a quick listen to Aaron Boone talk about the number 5 starter.
I'll have that for you tomorrow. No. Yes, Luis Hill will be our 5th starter to open. So, again, excited about the options that we have. Obviously, you never want to see Garrett go down, but excited about the people that emerged and through their legitimately put their name in that conversation up until late. And feel like the way Luis has thrown the ball really from jump, he's certainly earned that with how he's performed, and we continue to be really excited about what he can be as a starting pitcher.
So there you have it. Obviously saying what we all know, right? Luis Hill was absolutely amazing for the Yankees in spring training. Pitched under a 3 ERA, I believe. Electric fastball, a new addition as a cutter. One of the better changeups and sliders in the entire system. Here's a guy with tremendous stuff. What are you expecting this year from him and him winning that 5th spot?
I mean, I got to say, first and foremost, super excited that they're going with Luis Hill. I think that is a move that I don't want to say caught me off guard, because obviously we had the conversation last week's episode about the different possibilities. But a week ago, it looked like Will Warren was going to be the guy. And Will Warren seemed like the Yankees' choice. Like, this is where the direction that they probably going, just based off of how they operated, the last, I want to say, decade or so. So I'm excited that they're going Luis Hill, because to me, it's slightly out of the box, just because he is coming off the injury, and normally they do like to limit guys like that, their innings, and they really wouldn't care what he looked like in spring training. They would just go by their method. But it seems like because he feels good and he looked good this spring, they're not going to think about it too much, and they're just going to say, look, he's the hot hand, let's go with him. So I'm expecting big things. I think I mean, to go into the season and say, oh, this guy's going to pitch like an ace out of the gate, maybe not. Right. But I will say that early on, I expect him to have a couple of really good starts that probably open some eyes to people around the league who maybe aren't looking at him like that yet, because we saw it. I mean, I think we called this. I'm pretty sure that me and you called his first game against Baltimore.
We probably did.
I'm pretty sure, because I remember being super amped about that. So we see it. But I think, with the injury and stuff around the league, maybe some people have forgotten just how talented he is. So I think early on, he's going to definitely open some eyes. And that's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, I mean, look, the one thing that is a little different than Luis Heel is he's bigger now. He's filled out even
That's true.
more.
That's
So
true.
you expect to see a stronger guy, somebody that can maintain this longer throughout a game. Not that he didn't before, but I think Luis Heel's a better pitcher now than he
Yeah.
was back then. I think the time off, when you see a guy's dedication during the time off of surgery, and you see me and Dane talked about this a lot. We go, look, Luis Hill is out there running up hills, like literally running up hills,
Literally.
literally running up hills,
Yep.
working his ass off, working out very hard. You saw it. He posted it from the beginning of looking at this stuff early in the offseason to now where he is. All that's about is dedication. This man put into work. He knew who he is. He knew what he could be. And he came out probably better now than Luis Hill has ever been.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm seeing a guy that I'm really excited about this year. And
Yeah.
salute to the Yankees for coming out and going, look, we get it. We hear everybody that, he may throw 80 innings. That's the convert to 100 innings. We're not going to put any idea in our head. Now, believe that if you want. I'm not sure how convinced I am that the Yankees will let him go 140, 130. I don't know how convinced I am of that. But when they talk about communication, it's a great way to communicate the message as being, no. We're not worried about that. We're not thinking that. We're thinking about how the player feels. And they even mentioned if his stuff regresses, we got metrics that can tell us that. We can see a lot that let us know maybe it's time to ease up a bit. But Luis Heel getting this chance, he deserves it. He is electric. Like I said, if you want to look at the Yankees rotation currently, stuff-wise, he has the best stuff out of everybody.
I mean,
With Cole being out, who got better overall stuff? I'm not talking pitcher. Overall dominating stuff. Who got stuff better than Luis Hill?
just stuff. Where
Stuff-wise,
the
that's it.
stuff,
Not pitcher, pure stuff.
Yeah, pure stuff in the Yankee rotation right now. He's the best.
No question.
I
No
don't
doubt
think
about
there's
it.
I don't think there's an argument about it. I mean, Nestor, he has the wonky delivery and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah.
But we're talking just pure stuff. I mean, I don't, I love
Good old
what Marcus
country
Stroman does.
hardball.
Yeah, exactly. I love what Stroman does on the mound.
Of
But I
course.
think Stroman himself would tell you, like, yeah, I wish I had some of the shit that Luis Heel goes out there with. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
he was
just being
very happy
honest.
for Luis Hill too, by the way.
Mhm.
Marcus Stroman said some really nice things about him, about Luis Hill. Apparently, they communicated well before he ever was a Yankee on Instagram, I believe he mentioned. So, the Yankees rotation right now, we know what it is, right? We know it's not Garrett Cole, unfortunately. Without Garrett Cole, you don't really make that up. So, yes, your rotation falters a bit. But Nestor Cortez gets the opening day bump, followed by Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman, Clark Schmidt, and Luis Hill. So, I mean, look, I don't know what to make of it. I know we're going to talk about this a lot come Wednesday. But I think you just got to keep referring back to the depth of this club. The Luke Weavers, the Will Warren, who got sent down to the minors, so he's not going to be on the major league team in any way. But the Yankees probably simply had an easy conversation with him, and it's, hey, bro, you're next up. You know what I mean? You go down there, you keep doing what you're doing in AAA, you're next up, and it's that simple. Clay, who's our other guy? Chase Hampton is going to be in AA, so the Yankees still got depth. How are you feeling about the rotation entering the year?
I mean, like you said, nobody wanted to go into the season with Garrett Cole out. So with opening day this week, I got to be honest with you, that's the only thing that's kind of like, putting a damper in my mood, just knowing that Garrett Cole's not the one going on Thursday. Outside of that, I mean, there's a lot of questions. We've been over it ad nauseum at this point. I'm ready to get it started, and I'm not going to make excuses. I think Nestor Cortez knows what he needs to do. I think the Yankees should know, how long the rope needs to be with him, right? So I don't want to see Nestor Cortez out there, a third time through the order or some crazy shit like that, because we know how that's going to go.
Especially if he pitched well already. Yeah, I think
Exactly.
It's time to...
So that's with him. That's where I'm at with Rodon. God, man, if I could just see some consistency, like give me, more or less what you gave me for the bulk of spring, I can put up with a clunker every now and again. It might be a part of the package early on, But just give me the consistency. Give me winning baseball, which is what he said yesterday. He's going out there trying to win every time. And if I could just see that fastball back at 97, 98, I'd be I'd be over the moon.
Yeah.
With Stroman, my hopes are really high.
Yeah, great game today. 6 innings, 6 shutout innings today. So he's ready for the season.
With Stroman, my hopes are really high. And then, with Schmidt, we spoke about Schmidt. I think you hope he takes the next step. I'm excited to see what that looks like. I think Schmidt is going to be a guy who surprises us with some of the mid-level teams, who beats some of the worst teams, and maybe struggles with those elite lineups. But again, the Yankees should know this, so there should be plans in place. And then with Luis Gil, I'm hoping that Luis Gil can really surprise the shit out of me out of the 5th spot in that rotation. And I mean, when I put that all together, bro, honestly, with Garrett Cole out, I guess I'm not as down on the rotation as I thought I would be. But
yeah,
I could just be being positive. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of weird too, because I know everybody knows I'm we all call it straight how we see, but we all got different personalities when it comes to the team. I'm typically, I'm a little hard pressed on the Yankees, and I guess the thing that upsets me the most is that I was calling all offseason for 2 starting pitchers. Exactly. And if Pete Dombrowski was GM, we'd be in a better position. Just that's it. We really would be. We'd be in a much better position right now. But Pete Dombrowski's he's not the GM. I'm the GM of NYU right now, and I think we got an all-star lineup. But anyway, I don't want to compare myself to B Cash. All right, we got a good squad over here. But you look at, I kind of feel I'm kind of there with you though. Like I'm kind of like, all right, I know it sounds, yes, I get it. Like I can sit there with anybody and go, the team's rotation got a lot worse when Cole was out. Of course it did, but we all know that. Mm-hmm. I think what is keeping my head slightly above water with this team is that our offense should be a lot better. And I think that's what kind of keeps me a little more grounded instead of exploding and flipping out about the team right now in the rotation and them not getting another starter and guys like Monty still being out there and the Yankees not involved when they need starting pitching. I feel like that is what's holding me, because we have Soto, because Anthony Volpe looks better, because Austin Wells looks like he could very well be one of the better offensive catchers in Major League Baseball, because Gleyber Torres hit 360 in spring training. Stanton, I'm not sold. I'll be honest with you. I am not sold whatsoever on Stan. The 3-home-run game to me came off 82 and 84 miles an hour. It is what it is. I don't want to take it away from him having the power, but we know he got the power. Does he have the consistency when it comes to 96, 95, 93, 94? Does he have it for that? Exactly.
The bat speed to go against when they're throwing cheese up there.
Exactly. And Judge, we believe Judge is healthy. And he's supposed to be out there in Houston ready to go. So I think that is what's saving me a little bit with the rotation right now. Now I might feel different come Wednesday. You never know. I might feel different come Wednesday. But as of now, that is what is holding me for the New York Yankees in their rotation, is that the offense should be greatly improved.
It's not like last year. Basically, I think that's the biggest thing, is that we know that there's going to be a lot of instances where we have a guy go out there and give up 2 or 3 over the course of, 6 innings.
Yeah.
But that this year, that shouldn't spell disaster.
Correct.
This year, 2 or 3 should be far from enough to beat this team. If Stroman gives up 3 in a game and finds a way to pitch into the 7th, that's a game that we should win. If Schmidt does that, if Rodon does 3, 4 even, like these are games that unless we're going up against that team's ace, we should find ways to win because the offense is supposed to be that prolific. So I'm with you. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I think that's really what it is, that, we know that they're going to bend. It's just bend, don't break. If they can bend and not break enough, we could have just enough to make it to when Garrett Cole comes back. And then who knows at the deadline, right? We don't know who's going to be available, what's going to happen. Yeah.
We got a couple of super chats. Then I want to quickly talk about the Yankees bullpen. I want to talk about that a little bit, of some guys that were sent down and a couple of names that are still there that have a very good chance of potentially making a team. I think the bullpen's going to be interesting to see how they finalize it. But we do got a couple of super chats. Let's get to them. My guy Connor O'Neill says, "Good evening, fellas. This will have a couple questions. I'm sure you will get into it. Why is Li bugging out about Luis Heel? I think he's best suited for the job." First of all, Connor O'Neill, you don't have to worry about Li. Please don't do that. You don't have to do that. Stop it. Don't let. Why is he worried? Who gives a poot why he's worried? Two, who long term in the system do we have, or who do we have long term in the system at third base? Is it 8:30 Francis time? Connor, you're that whole thing got me bugging, bro. I don't know what this even says. Two, who long term in the system do we? Maybe who do we have long term in the system at third base? I'm assuming is what you're saying.
I mean,
Yeah, man. You got me on that one, bro. I'm confused overall on the entire thing.
Sorry,
Scott
Connor.
Horwitz says, talking about the depth of our pitching, this will show us how well Boone is managing the innings and players. Pitching staff looks a B- now. Yeah, I mean, shit, the pitching staff might be a C+, might be a C.
I feel like a
So-
C is more realistic.
Right. That's kind of B+ is probably being very generous right now
if
with their rotation.
But like we say, if the offense is A to A+,
Yeah.
how many times have we seen, C+ rotations get it done because the
course.
offense is A+? It's
Of course. And we expect that. I mean, we do expect the offense to be pretty damn strong, but let's jump right into the bullpen. So, couple of interesting things today. The Yankees have started basically that process of eliminating players and sending them down to the minors. Will Warren being one of them. So, confirmed he is not going to make the opening day roster in any type of form. Interesting enough, after 4 innings and a very, very solid performance yesterday, Clayton Beeter has not been sent down, and he is still around, and he is on the 40-man roster.
Interesting.
So, very, very interesting right there that
Yeah.
Clayton Beeter is still around. You could make a case that the 2 best pitchers in spring training for the Yankees have been Luis Hill and Clayton Beeter. You can make a strong case for both of those names.
It'd be tough to argue. It'd be tough to argue against. I mean, Beater has looked pretty much just as good as Luis Hill. I saw somebody put up a side-by-side of the numbers a couple days back, and it's staggering. Like, they both really showed up and showed out. So, I mean, I hope that he's still up here because they're strongly considering, having him travel with the team to Houston and giving him a shot.
And then the other name that I'm really excited about, there's one name I'm really down on that I'm at the point, honestly, I'm almost just absolutely fed up with that's going to make the team, but I don't know if they should. I guess it's just the talent-wise, the level, how hard they throw. That's Jonathan Loaisiga. I'm not. Jonathan Loaisiga again today just shows nothing. I mean, yeah, he throws hard. I get it, but he's throwing these pitches right down to Johnson, and they're just getting smacked around against guys that have been out of the major league since 1997. And you got some 49-year-old Mexicans out there just smacking the ball around off this dude like it's nothing. Shout out to Robbie Cano, who had a hell of a day, by the way. Homer, double, single. He doesn't stop. But
it's crazy because they thought Bauer was going to be the story, and we've been talking more about Cano.
Nobody cared about Bauer. It's all about Robbie Cano, really.
Yep.
What is your thought process on Jonathan Loaisiga? Because I see a guy right now like a Nick Birdie who has just as filthy stuff, showing it in spring, showing he's finally healthy, who I predicted about, 3.5 weeks ago is going to make the team, and I believe he's going to make the team.
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks. I'm a big Johnny Lasagna fan, not just the member of NYU, but the pitcher.
And the pitcher too, okay.
But this it sucks because
I'd rather Johnny Lasagna, by the way, be in the bullpen right now than Jonathan Loaisiga.
At this point, it's I look back to those first years, and I mean I look back to when he was at his apex. There was a point where I was calling for this guy to get a shot at being the closer.
Yeah, me
and
too.
to see how far we've fallen from that. And yes, it's spring, and people say you got to give him a chance. And I'm sure the Yankees thought process is they probably think he's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
I sure as shit hope he does, because like you said, yeah, he's a lot of talent in that arm and he does throw hard. But the point that you made is always going to stand. And every pitcher knows this. I mean, it doesn't matter how hard you throw. If you don't have any location, you're going to get hit hard when the best hitters
Right.
step in the box. I mean, and we see it sometimes even with lesser than hitters. So, I mean, 98 is nice, but you can't just throw 98 down the dick and then think that you're going to be successful, especially in the American League East. I mean, this is designated Spittaz. This is not the Dodgers broadcast the other day that tried to speak about the AL East like it was a cakewalk. We are actually aware that the AL East is a freaking dogfight. You have the Orioles, who are young, hungry, gritty, that lineup that doesn't quit. Tampa
Yep.
Bay, they don't
Never
need
gives
names
up.
in the they don't need names in the lineup. They just
Not at
fucking
all.
hit when they're supposed to. Situational hitting. They might be one of the best teams in the league at
Easy.
situational hitting.
One of the best
Boston,
managers in baseball.
on top of that, Boston, maybe a dumpster fire when you look at it, whatever, but somehow, some way, they always find a way to put a potent offense onto the field. Their struggle has been pitching and defense a little bit, but offense is always there. And then Toronto, we know Toronto. Bo Bichette, Vladdy Jr., George Springer. These are not easy offenses to navigate through.
Yep.
So if I'm looking at Johnny Lasagna and what he showed me so far this spring, there's a lot of cause for concern, because you're not a guy who has who has rope to figure it out. You're a late inning guy. Chances are when we're bringing you in, there's no margin for error. And right now, the way he's throwing that fastball is like, man, listen, man, you're making a lot of mistakes with that fastball. Here, when the season starts, those mistakes will cost us games.
Yeah.
Like they could cost us games. That's a two-run home run. You know what I mean? In the late innings that we just can't have, especially with the rotation that we're currently saddled with.
Right.
Because the point that we made before doesn't work if they hold them to 3 runs, but then Johnny Lasagna comes in and gives up 2 or 3 more.
Right. And one of the worst things the Yankees announced early on was that he's going to be a multi-innings guy.
Yeah.
I don't see this guy getting through regular season innings at the current way he looks. I mean, and you look back on his year last year, he had slightly above 3 ERA, which by all means is not like he was a train wreck. It's not that at all. It's not a bad ERA, but I mean, you just see the stuff and you see it there. You see he's throwing 97, 98, great movement on the sinker and all that. But it's just so odd how batters just seem to square him up so easily for a guy that's throwing as hard as he is with the movement he has. They're squaring this dude up. And I don't know. I'm just not confident in this guy being a late inning reliever like they're expecting him to be. We got to see. Look, maybe he just wants to come out of this thing healthy. Maybe he's just saying, hey, let me dial it back and see what I got. See how my arm feels after. You never know what guys are working on at this time of the season. You really have no clue. You got no clue whatsoever. But I am not sold on him. I hope I'm wrong about him. I would like to see a guy like Clayton Beeter make it. I do believe Dirty Birdie's a lock. I think Dirty Birdie's in. Went 1 1/3 inning today. A couple of
better
Ks.
fucking be.
The dude throws 97, 98, 99. Got one of the better sliders in the system. Changed his arm slot. Hopefully that keeps him a little more healthy. And again, I don't know how he doesn't. I'm more than certain he does. He hasn't been sent down yet. They do got to find a spot for him on the 40-man, but that's not going to be hard because guys like, Ben Rohrvet's on his way out.
I mean, there was an article today, I don't know if you saw it, that even he's like kind of aware that this is a, strong possibility.
The only person that's not aware of this is Eric Kratz, who thinks that Austin Wells is going to get sent down because the Yankees have too much offense. Never heard anything like this in my life, but I can't help myself. I have to talk about it because it's literally the worst take of all time. It's one of the worst takes ever created. So
too much offense, Pete. You never
too
heard
much
it?
offense. You send guys down. I never heard of nothing like this in my life.
You never heard it? There's one thing, Pete. The one thing you don't want on the team is too many. You don't want too many home runs. You don't want to score too many runs now.
No, who does that? You want to get some more defense so you don't get more runs.
You don't want your
guys
run, you
down.
don't want your run differential to be too high now, right? Like you don't. Yeah, you don't.
Imagine if this guy was the manager. Hey, Austin, come in. I want to talk to you. I know you're hitting 318 this spring training. You're one of the better offensive talents, but the day we got Juan Soto, we've decided that we probably have too much offense. So we're going to go with Ben Rohrvet, who's hitting 106 He hasn't had. He had it last time he had hit was your mother's birthday, 7 months ago. But here's the deal: we're gonna send you down to work on your defense, buddy. Have a good day. We'll see you later. Matter of fact, the defense hasn't even been bad.
The last time we got a hit was your mother's birthday is wild.
7 months ago,
But
like hot snakes in my ass.
I'm telling you, I had to. No, I had to laugh because I lobbied for Eric Kratz to be the manager. What was that? It had to be what, 3-4 years ago now?
Yeah, I think we all did actually. We all did. When it was
Man.
stuff with Devi Garcia was going on, everybody's like, he'd probably be a really good manager, but God
Exactly.
forbid, please. Let's not.
Exactly.
Let's not.
So,
I'm
hey,
past that now.
you know
You
what?
never know.
Thank God that I wasn't the manager, the general manager, and I didn't have that chance. Because
Now it's Shelly Duncan. Now it's Shelly Duncan.
No, and Shelly's not gonna let us down.
I don't think so.
I don't think Shelly's gonna let us down like that.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think so either. I don't think so
No.
either. So I feel like obviously there are some additional little moves to make. The other thing we got to talk about is third base.
Oh yeah.
Right now, it looks like it's Oswaldo Cabrera's job to lose. To his credit, the last couple of games, he's been hitting better. He's decided to stick to being more left-handed. They even said against lefties, he'll bat left-handed. They didn't completely rule out him being a switch hitter anymore. They just said that you will see him batting against left-handed pitchers, left-handed, depending on the matchup, how he feels about it, and that's how he go about his business. But my assumption here is that he's going to get the majority of the starts unless there is a deal that happens tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday or maybe even Wednesday, who the hell knows, that somebody gets released, somebody gets dumped, somebody gets told you're not going to be the starter, whatever it is, and the Yankees go ahead and get somebody over there. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with that, or they're probably just gonna stick with this guy.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I feel like at this point Cabrera is just the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some things I entertained. I kicked the tires on the Elvis Andrus thing and all that stuff.
Yep.
But at this point, it's almost like, I mean, if you're Brian Cashman, are you even right? Like, are you even? Is that even the conversation they're having, or is it just like, let's really pay attention to what pitching looks like right now, because that probably needs to be the market that we devote a lot of our attention to. And I feel like that would be the case. So I think Cabrera's the guy. I don't think. Hey, I'm happy to be wrong, but I think Cabrera's the guy right now.
Yeah. And at this point, I don't think there's anything you can do about it. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything that can be done unless there's a name that comes out of nowhere. It's probably going to be him, Kevin Smith making the team. I know some people are saying Oscar Gonzalez probably deserves it. Got 3 hits again today. He looks really good, but depending on what the rest of the team looks like and the makeup of the club, I don't know if they're going to go that route. We do got a couple of super chats, some clarification from Connor O'Neill, so let's get to that.
Thank you for being a friend.
He says, who do we have long-term at third base? Okay. There's a couple of guys there, but I think George Lombard could potentially be the big one that we could be looking at third base, maybe even Roderick Arias, but I do think he's a shortstop. And he goes, and is Wednesday, the Knights at the Round Table, 8:30 Francis time or actual time? Oh, so he's taking the dig at you.
Oh, he's taking the shot.
taking
Oh,
a
that
little
was at the
shot.
night.
Yeah, he's taking a
Yeah.
shot.
No, it's 8:30, bro. Because
8:30.
come hella
we
high
starting.
water, the guys are gonna be there 8:30, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we
It's
getting
8:30,
on
man.
at 8:30 no matter what. So
Exactly.
Rod Thompson says, super chat fresh from the Dominican Republic. He says, life here is grand. My son won't sleep and I got extorted from cops. So I'm good. Laugh out loud, Pete. I have to be honest. Francis's picture is all over the place in DR. He said, at Verse Grove Community.
Yeah, bueno, listen. I mean, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm international with the grandmother love. I'm international with it. So, maybe, one day, if, God wills it, you might see the NYYU crew, cross over the pond somewhere. I don't know. And
That's a real possibility.
you guys will get to see it firsthand. Listen, Francis in Tampa is one thing. Francis,
For years now, us
over
fans have
Sorry.
Francis over there where Ra is right now, it's another animal, man. It's a different animal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Pete over there is a different animal. Everybody's a different animal over there.
You know, DR does something to people when you go over there. You just don't know what the hell could happen. That's just
Literally.
the nature of the beast of the Dominican Republic. That's what it does to you.
The vlog out there is gonna have a lot of blurred out shit.
Oh, the vlog, the Dominican vlog is gonna be wild. You guys aren't ready for that one. You guys aren't ready for that one yet.
Brought
Well,
to you
again,
by
tomorrow.
OnlyFans.
Yes, brought to you by OnlyFans. Tomorrow, everybody, get ready. Like I said already, tomorrow at 7 p.m., day 4 of the vlog drops, and you are not going to want to miss it. I'm telling you right now, you are not going to want to miss it. It's absolutely amazing. It's hilarious. I'll be here watching it with you guys again, just cracking up. So
Yeah.
I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it. But let's get into one of the big stories out there. Usually we only cover Yankee stuff, but we got to talk about this a little more. Shohei Otani is expected to speak tomorrow. What he's going to speak about, I don't know. The only thing I think is they want to get their story straight.
Well,
and
nobody
have-
knows. Nobody knows. It could change between now and then.
Yeah, of course. It could definitely change, no doubt about it. That's what I believe. So my assumption here is that the whole idea of the story changing has really made this look very, very strange. And I think if they're smart, which you got the right lawyers, they're not stupid, they want to get the story straight of what happened. Because it's very hard to say it was theft and the guy just robbed him, yet you were just patting him on the back and laughing with him in the dugout, which makes no damn sense whatsoever. So I'm in agreement with Dane. He says Otani is full of shite. I'm there with him. I think he is. He has a mouth loaded of mierda right now, and we'll see what he says. So what do you expect to come from that nonsense tomorrow?
I think you put it really well. I think tomorrow is 110%. This is damage control. I
Gotta
think this is a damage control press conference. I think the Dodgers. I mean, fuck the Dodgers. I think Major League Baseball in general is probably behind him having to speak tomorrow because they got vilified after he didn't speak after Game 2 of the Seoul series.
Oh yeah.
And it was just obvious. It's been obvious. I mean, the entire broadcast of that game didn't make one mention of the biggest story in baseball at the time, and the player was on the field, and they completely ignored it, like it wasn't happening. This is not a thing that actually even existed. And then after the game, he didn't even speak with the media. He's been getting killed since then. The Dodgers have been getting killed. MLB's getting killed. Everybody, it's a mess right now. So tomorrow, he's gonna speak in hopes of like cleaning, some of that image up, and I think it's gonna be basically a whole lot of the bullshit that we've been hearing over the last coming days. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm as more details are revealed, I'm realizing how little I actually knew this guy. To me, bro, it's so obvious where they're going with this. You saw the story come out the other day that Ipe apparently never went to UC Riverside or whatever.
Yeah, so they're turning this dude into Osama bin Laden is what they're doing.
That basically the plan is we're gonna turn Ipe into the most vile, evil person that we can in the eyes of the public. This way, they'll believe whatever we say about him. So I mean, first,
this guy's gonna give a bad name to all the interpreters out there, the translators. That's
Exactly.
disgusting. There's been great. Just because there's one bad translator doesn't mean they're all bad. All right.
Exactly. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, man. For those of you who are a little bit smarter than the average dog, you know what I'm saying? Don't just believe everything that comes out of their mouths over the next couple of weeks or months about Ipe, Mizuhara, and whatever. Listen, I don't claim to know the guy, but neither do you guys. Okay. And they're just about to come out and tell us a bunch of stuff. And you'll see this thing about the college, that's the first chip to fall off.
Yeah.
I promise you, they're going to come
No
up with a
doubt.
million things.
No doubt.
And the craziest thing to me is this came out, and I don't see anybody saying, okay, but if that was the case, how come the Angels didn't find this out when they hired him? How come
Correct. There was no background checks on these guys?
How come the team that he was translating for in Japan, who was it? Because where Otani came from. Not
Damn, I forget the team. Not
Go-
the Golden Eagles.
It's not the Golden Eagles. It's not the Yomiuri Giants.
Not the Buffaloes.
Oh, the Ham Fighters.
The Ham Fighters. Nippon Ham Fighters.
Yeah, the Ham Fighters. How come they? I mean, you're talking about he went through the Ham Fighters organization. This guy went through the Yankees organization. He went through the Red Sox organization. He went through the Angels organization, and somehow nobody along the way background
Right.
checked this guy's degree.
It's bullshit.
Come
It's
on.
bullshit.
And people are eating this.
None of
shit
it
up
makes
like,
sense.
oh, you see, this is we don't even know anything about this guy. Dude, he went through 4 major professional baseball organizations, and you're telling me now all of a sudden, oh, we don't know if his degree. No, bro.
You know who
But-
we don't know about? We don't know about Otani.
Exactly.
That's who we don't know
That's
about.
what
That son of a bitch.
Exactly.
You
Where'd he
listen
go to
here, you
college?
son of a bitch. They're gonna get you in those lights, and they're hot. I've been interrogated in the lights before. They're no joke, baby. You're gonna be squealing like a pig in no time. I tell you. Talking about all the bets you did around the world and the country, this place, that place, making people think you're a golden child. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I had no
fucking clue what's
idea.
going on.
I had no idea that this was gonna go there.
I had no
It's like
idea.
you're gonna
either.
squeal under those
decided to-
lights.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just decided to go ahead and go in with something there. Sometimes
thought-
they get like a burst of energy. It got to come out.
I was
But
waiting for
you're our look. If anybody didn't know, Francis is NYU's Columbo. He is our investigative journalist. I don't
enjoy
want to
this
put
shit.
you on the spot because we talked about this.
Yeah.
But you said it very early on. You said, look, something's wrong here. There's no denying this. Something is obviously wrong here. There's no way Otani didn't know what this dude was doing. It's impossible.
Yeah. Bro, it just bro, it's just the way they went about dropping all the information, bro. And then when you factor in who it is, like I hate to be that guy, bro, but it's like, yo, we're not dumb. We know what Otani does for baseball, the bottom line of baseball.
Of course.
We know that, okay? So of course, you're gonna do if you're Rob Manfred, all right. And people got to have this clear because I see some people saying, well, he has a job and a duty and a responsibility. No. Let me tell you what his job is. His job is to make sure that this shit goes away as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
The owners want this shit to disappear. They if they had the thing from Men in Black, they would have been did it to all of us. Okay. This is the worst possible scenario for them. Okay. Us, the fans, we are the ones, we want justice. We want that because we've seen our favorite players, over the past have to go through really harsh suspensions and go through tough situations. So when this guy comes, of course, we're going to be loud and say, hey, this is fucked up. He better not get away with this shit, especially when Pete Rose still can't get into the Hall of Fame, especially when, guys completely left the game, never came back, or whatever. You still got Sammy Sosa. Every time he's in front of a microphone, people are asking him, did you do this? Did you do that? Like, this guy can't skate on this, right? But the owners, they don't care as much. Why? Because what he's doing for the bottom line of baseball, every time he rolls into one of these stadiums, the ticket sales, the freaking spot, the viewership goes up, the TV, all that shit. Bro, this is what they want. I mean, you understand, like, when the Dodgers can play a team like Pittsburgh and get one of those games on Apple TV.
Yeah.
For the Dodgers, it's not, it doesn't do all that much. For a team like Pittsburgh, it's everything.
Yep.
It's everything because there's no other way for them to do this. So they need what they live off of the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Padres, that star power. Otani is the biggest star.
Easy.
But when the details came out, bro, it's just like I said, I hate to be that guy, but it's like, yo, your biggest star got the fishiest story I have seen in a long time, Pete. Like,
it's obvious,
a long
man.
time, bro.
And
A
I just
long
want to
time.
make this clear because I know there's some people out there that I've seen Dodgers fans say this, right? I've seen Dodgers fans talk about this when it comes to Yankee fans or Yankee fans saying this. I had some of these comments under my tweet that I put out about Otani. And if this was a Yankee, I'd want MLB to get to the bottom of it. And I'd want this person, whatever it is, to be suspended, whatever it may be that they were doing. I want him suspended. At the end of the day, that's just the way it goes. I know people are going to sit there and go, yeah, P, what if it was Judge? Well, then if he's that fucking stupid, then, oh, well, that's on him.
I
If
hate
he's
that
that
argument.
fucking stupid, pull the C from his chest and say, hey, our captains don't do this. They fall on the line of what guys like Derek Jeter did. We were wrong about you. You get your suspension and that's it. That's the way I see it. I'm sorry.
You're right.
That's
No,
the way
you're-
I see it.
You're 100% right. And I hate the argument with people because, Dodgers fans have been, and I'm sorry, guys, but like, yo, the way that y'all have reacted to it's terrible.
It makes him look more. I mean, look, there was a Dodgers fan that said this. I am not kidding. Ippei said he did it, and Otani said he did it.
I saw
Done.
that shit.
What?
The fuck? I was like Pete, people don't lie. People
Nobody-
never lie, Pete.
Nobody about crimes of all
People
things.
never
Oh,
lie about crimes, Pete. It never happens, okay?
What the
Not the
hell? He
unicorn.
robbed the bank. Yeah, he did rob the bank. You're under arrest.
Not the unicorn. It's like Pete can rob a bank. He got the bag of money in his hand, but I'm telling the cop, no, I did it. And Pete's like holding the
Yeah, it
bag of
was
money,
him.
pointing. Yeah, he did it. And they got
It
to
was
arrest
him.
me. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
walked down the street with a bag. That's it. I mean,
Yo,
come on, man. Wild.
Dodgers fans have been in shambles. They have dealt with this very poorly. And I got to tell you, it pains me. It pains me to say what I'm about to say.
Oh, I don't. This is gonna be tough. Oh God.
When Houston went through their scandal, they took it a little bit better. I gotta tell you. They
Yeah,
took it a little
Dodgers
bit-
are a mess, bro.
they
The Dodgers
took it
fans are a
little
mess
bit-
right now.
I mean, bro, the Dodgers fans are out there twerking for Otani. He hasn't even played. Pete, he hasn't played a regular season game for them yet.
Yo,
and
did you
they-
see the picture today?
Which
There was a
one?
picture that somebody posted, and it's Otani on deck and Betts, and they go, look how ironic. It says Otani Betts.
Oh man, you can't make that shit up. Bro.
You can't
make that shit
man.
up.
It's like God playing a joke back. Yeah, he did it. He's
Hey,
gonna bat on
look,
the- he's
hey,
gonna
listen.
bat. He's gonna bat on the Dodgers, and he's gonna bat right behind Betts. And watch the image
Listen,
they're gonna get.
I'm gonna tell you-
It's like the world telling you, look, it's right there, bro.
Literally.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. 4.5 over $4 million being wired out of his personal account
It doesn't happen. Not without him
Two-
knowing.
to illegal bookmakers. I'm sorry, buddy. like how? I mean, the fact that some of you are trying to convince yourselves that it makes sense that his interpreter would have access to wire $4 million out of his
Yeah.
account is just crazy. Like, I know how bad
I
you guys
wanna-
want to win, but damn, bro. Like,
I want to. No, it's crazy. I just want to bring this point up before I forget because this is something I talk a lot about. When you're an athlete and you're high profile already, by the way, to ELT from Japan in the chat, he's in the chats every now and then because he lives in Japan and he goes to school and all that. He said Japan is up in arms right now about this. He said it's everywhere. They're up in arms about this when it comes to Otani. They can't believe it, and it's up in arms about him right now.
that makes sense.
But I wanna bring this up because this is the thing. You can't sit there and go, it was just stupidity on Otani's part, or I just didn't know. When you're an athlete, you gotta be much more careful about it. I'm even gonna go in. I think what's his name? What the hell's the guy's name on Tampa Bay that was messing with the young girl?
Wander.
Wander Franco, right?
Yep.
This is I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts of the Wander Franco thing real quick. We all know what happened. We all know I'm not comparing the two. I'm just talking about an athlete's mind about how you can't be this friggin' stupid. You got to be smarter when you're an athlete. Did you see the mother?
Yeah.
Why weren't you slapping those cheeks? I mean, quite honest, why were you doing the stupidest thing on planet Earth? The mother was banging. Why are you not slapping those cheeks being Wander Franco?
She had the yams. I'm not gonna lie.
She had the yams.
She had the yams, bro.
She had the yams.
When I seen it, that's how I know we brothers. Because when I seen it, that's my first thought was, your mother looked like this, and you think I would have been talking to the dog? Get the fuck.
I went on the phone. I went like this. No, just my face. I said, what the fuck was he thinking? It almost hurt me. I'm going, what are you doing? But
Oh,
how can
man,
these
bro.
athletes be this fucking stupid? Otani has wires coming out of his account. Anybody and their mother who worked in banking for 2 days understand that it doesn't matter if you're in private bank. It doesn't matter if you got a broker doing everything. It doesn't matter. In banking, there's regulations based on the dollar amount that requires approvals. Wires typically require 2 approvals. it depending on the dollar amount.
Mhm.
How in the hell did you allow that to come from an account with your name on it? You
Directly
knew. There's
to them.
no way you didn't know. It's
Exactly.
impossible.
This is like when people say it like no because they're saying it's theft and da, 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 it's like, guys, and obviously you're talking here on DS, you got two people who have banking experience. This
Yes.
is, we're not
10
telling
plus
you
years as a manager. I got
just-
10 plus years as a manager
just-
before I
yeah.
stopped doing this. My last job.
this is not just off the cut. Like, bro, you're talking when you go to a bank and you do a transaction over $10,000.
Yes.
10,000, not
Yeah.
million, $10,000. It is reported
Yeah.
directly to the government. Okay. There is a report called a currency transaction report that
Yep.
is filled out, meaning, do you know how hard it is to make a transaction over $10,000 in an account that's not yours?
Yep.
We're talking about 10,000 here.
Yeah.
So imagine over $4 million.
Yep.
I mean,
It's
bro,
bullshit.
for the
It's
interpreter.
honestly bullshit.
No, and they want to tell us, oh no, but they were best friends or whatever. My best friend doesn't have my banking information, bro.
No, who does? Come on, man. Like, come
what are
on.
you
We know how couples work. A lot of couples, and again, from banking experience, I know a lot of couples that have a joint account, and sometimes they have separate accounts.
Two
each.
separate accounts. Yep.
Two separate accounts, separate account, joint account. Some people got spend accounts. They got different accounts for different things.
Yeah.
You don't sit there and go, you know what, man? We're really good friends, aren't we? Here's what I'm gonna do. How about we have a joint account together? I'd sit there. If a dude told me that, I'd be like, fuck, you want to take me for drinks too? What the fuck are you trying to do?
Exactly.
You trying to hit on me or something? Like, what are we doing here? What happened? Who are you?
Joint account together.
You got a wife at home. What are you doing? What the fuck's going on
Joint
over
account
here?
with me. Get the
Joint
hell
account
outta
with
here.
me. Get out of here. What are you out your mind?
I'm good. Sorry,
It's
buddy.
just it's absolutely insane that this is even going not. So I guess to wrap that part of this conversation up, I don't believe anything's gonna happen to Otani. I think if they got clear driven evidence, I don't know if anything's even gonna happen to this guy. I'm not wishing it is, by the way. I hope there's something that comes out that goes, nah, I mean, he was whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe he
Negligent or-
knew,
yeah.
but he was really just trying to help a friend out. He had no idea what was going. I don't know. I'm just simply saying, I do hope that Otani is clear to this. I don't want to see a guy with such great talent do something so dumb and be this stupid and ruin maybe his career. Who knows?
In the
And
middle
another
of
thing
his
people
prime.
aren't talking about, how do we know how this is going to affect him on the field? You don't know. You never know. Now, all of a sudden, the guy that got cheered all day probably isn't going to get cheered all day by other fans. He may
you
start
just-
hearing things. He may start hearing screams that he never heard before.
Pete.
I don't know how it's going to affect him.
That's such a good fucking point. And I was thinking about it Friday, I want to say. So I'm glad you brought it up because I completely forgot about this. But bro, this, no matter how it really ends in terms of the MLB investigation and stuff like that, it will have the ramifications that the fans have turned. Like,
Of course.
it was one thing already that he left the Angels and went to the Dodgers and formed what everybody wants to call a super team. Now, as a Yankee fan, I was never gonna jeer him for that because at the end of the day,
course.
I want my owners to make super teams. I want
Agreed.
Brian Cashman to make a super team. Like, so if we would have gotten Otani, Yamamoto, Juan Soto, you think I would give a damn? I don't
Hell
care
no.
what you think. Like, so I wasn't gonna, boo him or anything for that or anything like that. But a lot of fans were already, kind of leaning that way. Now you gave them an accusation.
Oh, yeah.
And what
And you're not
people
as
do
clean
with
as people thought.
accusations, it's like, bro, he's going into MLB parks this very week, and there will be signs saying that he's a
Jose
fraud.
Medina just said it. He
That
said
he's
he's
a-
going there with a bookie bet sign.
Exactly. It's going to be probably one of the first hostile environments that he has encountered on U.S. soil. And it's a very good point that you made because it's going to be interesting to see how he reacts to that, how he reacts to maybe being the villain in some places. Because since he's gotten here, bro, I mean, even in San Diego, bro, like, what's it called? Like, he would go there with the Angels, though, so I guess it's not the same. Like, and the Angels didn't really have that many, or if they even do have a real rivalry like that. But I never saw him in a situation where it's like, yeah, like he's the villain here. Let's see how you know what I
He
mean?
never had that. Yeah, he was
No.
never the villain. He was never the villain.
gonna
Never
be-
played that.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that, bro. And
Yeah.
to button
How
up
he handles it.
the investigation stuff. Look, I agree with you. I don't think the MLB is gonna want to fine him for anything. But the interesting wrinkle in all of this is that all of this came about because the FBI
That's right.
was
Yeah.
investigating
Yeah.
the bookie.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
MLB, whether they want to do something or not, that is up to them. But if the FBI decides that they don't believe the story that he's telling people, because MLB's investigating him now, FBI is still investigating the bookie. Eventually,
Yeah.
the FBI is going to get to Otani. That will happen.
To see what was the involvement there, of course.
Exactly.
Who
If the
knows what the
FBI
bookie's gonna say? Who knows what he's saying?
That's a whole other thing. Who knows what the bookie's gonna give
You got
up
no
or not
idea.
give up to probably protect himself or whatever.
Yep.
What if the FBI doesn't believe the story that Otani kicks and that MLB wants to believe? Because that's a whole different ball game. If the FBI
Right.
decides they don't believe it and they want
Right.
to, I mean, there's a lot of things they could do. I'm not saying they're gonna throw him in jail or whatever. They might not do that. They might whatever, but I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that they revoke his ability to play here in America. It's not. I mean, that again. Do I want to see that?
No, nobody does. But
Do I want to see
Modern.
that? No, because honestly, I want him to be on the Dodgers so that he can lose to my Yankees in the World Series. I would
Yeah.
love it. I
Yeah.
want nothing more.
Yeah,
But yeah, I hope it doesn't get to that point. I hope,
me either.
but it's a scary.
It'd be a
thought.
hell of a story. I tell you that much. If it actually did, that would be absolutely
Shit,
insane. You
bro.
talk about the baseball story. One of the God, it gotta be one of the biggest baseball. Maybe sports
ever.
stories.
I
of
mean,
all time.
FBI in baseball. I can't remember another FBI in baseball situation.
Whew, my God.
I mean,
that
if
is
you guys
wild
remember in
to
the
even
chat-
think about.
If you guys remember in the chat, remind me. But I can't remember the last time I thought about an MLB player that could possibly end up sitting across the table from FBI agents because of something.
Yeah,
Maybe
wild.
I'm drawing a blank, but this is wild.
We got
shit, bro.
got a couple of super chats. Let's get to these. I'm gonna start doing the Dane. That's what Dane. I know you're in the chat, right? Kev from Bronx and Nothing loves you so much. He would just do this. He said that's called the Dane. That's the Dane dance.
That's the
Connor
Dane
O'Neill
dance.
says, if it is theft, how has the translator not been arrested yet? I don't know. I'm not sure. Connor O'Neill also says the FBI is on that bookie, so he might be 4Q'd. So a little 4Q action right there. I like that. Good job,
one.
Connor
I like
O'Neill.
that
Then
one.
then we had one more here from Connor O'Neill. He goes, could the bookie, who's under FBI investigation, turn on Otani because he has a big game, I guess? And the FBI arresting Otani would be huge. No, that'll be insane. Yo, imagine mid at bat, the fucking fucking cops come in and
No,
they take
bro,
him
on
out
the
there.
field?
Oh my, on the field.
On the field with the
Yo.
little jackets that say FBI in yellow. I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny.
And he
It's
gotta
not
be
funny.
playing. He gotta be playing the Padres ups. And the ups. And the yellow.
You imagine?
Why are we laughing about
Oh
this?
my God.
Otani,
No, because-
honestly, no, we wish you the best. I
No,
hope
for
it's
real,
nothing
for
bad.
real.
But it's
I
just
don't-
comical. It's a comical thing to think about.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. But
No, nobody
just
does.
like my imagination went
Me
when you
too,
said,
bro. Why
imagine
the
they
fuck
get
did
him
I
on
do
the
the
field
wheel,
mid at bat.
What is that? What is a wheel? What is that? The paddy wagon?
I just saw when you said mid at bat, I just saw like 6 FBI agents running down like the warning track of the outfield. Like
God.
Susan Waldron's like, I think they're gonna get Otani, John.
My God, John Otani's in cuffs.
John, they're gonna get. It looks like they're gonna grab Shohei. Oh no! What
Well,
a
Susan,
sad day for baseball.
At least they didn't have to face Otani, as he'll be facing 10 years in prison.
He said,
That's absolutely wild, man.
Yo, you imagine? That's crazy. He said he went from
Nah.
facing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs to facing
Oh.
100 years in prison.
Oh no, Shohei, come on, man. Nah, but I hope
Please.
everything is honestly though, this is all jokes. We're cracking up about it. It's just funny situation. But hopefully everything does come back on Otani. There is one more thing we want to discuss regarding the Yankees, but Beavis Lee Ray with a super chat says, if it came to that, there will be a payoff from MLB. I mean, I don't know who they're going to be paying off to get that drop. It's going to be a tough one for him. Connor O'Neill says oh God, here we go. They land a helicopter on the field like Michael Jordan in Space Jam and say playing for the Le Pen minor leagues, Mr. Otani. Oh my God.
He said, "Get ready to relearn Japanese, buddy."
California Penal League, like Charlie Sheen in Major League, playing for the
man.
California Penal League. But let's get to
No.
this here. Francis, remind me what this picture was, the graph again.
This is
This one here. What
this
did
is
they
a
say this was?
contender ranking, MLB contender ranking.
Okay,
So one is the top. We can
two,
go
so
through
okay.
it. Yeah, we can go through it.
Let's go through it. So the bottom I really don't care about. We'll start at 7.
Okay.
So you
fair.
got, all right, they got the Mets down there at 7. All right, with the Brewers, the Guardians, Miami. I guess that's kind of fair. I think the Mets might be a little bit better. I think
I
they
was
might be
gonna say
slightly better.
this is pre JD Martinez signing. I think he does a lot for that lineup.
Yeah, I think he definitely helps. 6, you got the Pirates, the Reds, Kansas City, and Detroit. So you know what that is. That's one of those surprises because I think all 4 of those teams could be surprises this year,
Yeah, exactly.
especially the Pirates.
Pirates are a sneaky good team.
Yeah, I think they got a chance to be solid. Then you got 5. You got the Cardinals, the Cubs, the Giants, and the Padres. I would actually put a couple of teams on 5 and a couple of those teams on 5 currently a little lower.
Yeah.
But that's just me. And then 4,
Then it
you
gets
got the
funky.
Yankees.
All alone. Might I
Wow.
add. By ourselves on our own tier.
And you got, wow. So according to this, and I just noticed this just now, you would have the Yankees basically sitting in 4th place?
They have the Yankees as a 4th place team. This is why I wanted to discuss
Who is
it. This is why I wanted to discuss this because it's like I try to give people credit, bro, but what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this was made by the bat boy of the Diablos today. I don't know if you guys saw him. I think he made this. I think he made this today.
In what world? So the twin. So you like the Twins better than the Yankees? You like you really love Seattle better than the Yankees? You love the Rays?
The Blue
Right.
Jays?
The Blue Jays?
What did the Blue Jays do? Did I miss something?
I mean, the only teams that I'm like, I feel like the second tier, I feel like they went one tier too many, right? I feel like you got to eliminate the 4th tier completely. I feel like Toronto, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Seattle, that is like the 3 tier. And I feel
Right.
like that 2 tier really is the Phillies, the Orioles, Houston, and us.
Yeah.
I feel like Texas is being disrespected down at 2 because they just fucking won and they lost Jordan Montgomery at this point.
Yeah.
Like, why
I was
are
gonna
they
say
2?
they basically have the same team. They added what's his name just now, the Michael Lorenzen,
Yeah.
who was an all-star for Detroit. People forget he was just terrible with Philly, but he was
Yeah.
very, very good in the first half.
And they
But
have
I mean,
people coming
yeah.
back in that rotation. So, and I don't know. It just no
I could have
disrespect
lived
to
even
the-
with the Yankees at 3 on the 3rd tier. I could have lived with that as that being somebody's opinion, but to have 2 AL East teams on the 3 and then being the Blue Jays and the Rays, I don't know how you could sit there and honestly say that because at the end of the day, one thing about us here, we're not Yankee bias on everything. We're not just going to sit there and go, oh, this is wrong because they got the Yankees ranked a little lower. That is, to me, absolute bullshit. I don't know
It is.
how you can see the Rays currently right now, who always find a way, but the way they're currently structured, they don't look like one of the super strong Rays teams that we're used to. They could probably find a way. Knowing them, they probably will. But the Blue Jays, all right, or maybe you're expecting some big returns from Vladdy and Bichette and this and that, or Dalton Varsho maybe comes back and has a big year. But the Yankees added Soto. They added Verdugo.
Yeah.
I get the concerns we can have about the rotation. I completely understand that. But the offense alone, if you know about this team, you got to feel a lot better about them. And to have them as the 4th and then arguably 4th in their division, That's
crazy.
That's
to me.
wild. That's
it's
nuts.
crazy. It's just
nuts.
I saw it and I'm just like, am I being biased? I'm like, bro, who in their right mind is saying no? The Rays are a better contender than the Yankees, or
Nobody.
Toronto is a better contender than the Yankees right now. And then I was like, let me go outside and I look at the Twins. I'm like, yeah, the Twins were a playoff team last year, or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. But then I'm like, wait, no, the Twins they're good. I like their lineup. The pitch, Pablo Lopez. Okay, I'm with it, but it's just like, no, like as everywhere that they're good, I feel like we're good or better. Like, yeah,
Better,
you could say
yeah.
going into the season, you might like how you might like the top of their rotation better than ours. Okay, going into the season, but if everything shakes out and we get healthy and they're healthy at the end of the year, I like our chances. I don't know who doesn't without bias.
No
Like
question.
over Minnesota and Seattle similar. Again, I think top heavy on the rotation. Definitely, their top half of the rotation much better than ours as currently, constructed. But Garrett Cole comes back and is healthy. Luis Gil pitches, to his potential. And we're really gonna sit here and say that we don't think that our rotation can compete with Seattle's at that point.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, they're deep. They're deep. I'm not saying they're not. But if Garrett Cole comes back healthy, Luis Gil pitches to potential, and Marcus Stroman does what he just did in the spring, okay, and then lineup wise, I don't think it's comparable. I'm sorry.
No, I like our line from 1 to
Bucks.
9. I think people got to recognize how good this Yankee lineup can be, and that's something Wednesday we're definitely going to dive into more because the bottom of the order has a chance to be really, really good. And I mean, that is going to be so dynamic for the top of the order with how good the bottom of the order could be. Guys like Soto could rack up RBIs. We know what Judge could do already. Shit, we know whoever's going to get that leadoff spot, whether it's I pray that it's Alex Verdugo against righties and Gleyber Torres against lefties. I would really like if they do that. I got a bad feeling, and I hate saying it, but I got to just put it out there. I got a bad feeling that they're doing the Andrew Benintendi to Alex Verdugo, and it's going to just make his year not feel right. That they're going to have him batting 6th or 7th all year, and everybody, the whole year, we're going to be saying, why is he there for? And they're going to have leadoff guys that suck one after the other, and they never put him there. It just drives me mad that they're even considering that. It just doesn't add up to me. He's just a perfect leadoff hitter for this club, especially against righties. If you got concerns against lefties, hey, I'm cool with you on that. I understand it.
Platoon the leadoff then.
Platoon it. Have a lefty and righty lineup. It's not like it's not uncommon.
Give him his shot against the righties.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
And most of the starting pitching that we are going to face throughout the season will be right-handers, which means that more often than not, he should be your leadoff hitter.
No doubt.
Until if and when Jason Dominguez comes back and is healthy and then steals that spot because he's just, the perfect fucking guy. But again, it's crazy you brought up the Benintendi shit because it's like that ended so poorly that it's like I almost put it out of my mind. But it's like it would suck royally if the Verdugo shit ends the way the Benintendi thing did.
Scares
because I think Verdugo has a bunch more potential to be better for us than Benintendi was. And it doesn't, we're not talking about him possibly not getting the reps because of an injury. Like, God forbid that happens. But if he's healthy, they're still talking about having him batting at the bottom of it just doesn't make sense. It's like, I don't know. Again, I'm sure we're gonna get into it on Wednesday.
We're gonna get into a lot on Wednesday.
I'm gonna
can't wait.
I'm gonna save some of this for that. But yeah,
we do got a comment from Percy. By the way, Percy just commented. He said, "I tell you this. I tell you what. I let my Bobcat loose in Yankee Stadium if the Yankees DFA Oscar Gonzalez and keep Jamal Jackass." That's my best Percy.
He don't like Jamal.
That's my best.
He don't like Jahmai Jones. He had a 2-run shot.
He don't like Jahmai Jones or whatever the hell is. I think did he call him Jahmai Jackson? Jahmai Jackass.
You said Jahmai Jackass. So
Jahmai Jackass.
Listen, they better go with SpongeBob.
Is one of the Jackson brothers? Hold on a second.
They better go with SpongeBob if it comes down to the two of them.
No doubt. And there it is, folks. Otani bets.
Otani bets.
There it is, folks.
Can't make it up.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother.
Don't do this
Wednesday,
to us, Otani.
Guys, we got some fun. We got some big things coming for you guys, man. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. I want to see all you sons of bitches in that chat because it's premiering. Day 4 of the vlog is going to be having every one of you cracking up, laughing out your seats. I'm going to give you a couple of quick little, not spoilers, but some great stuff from that day. We ate at one of the best damn places that we ate at that morning. The damn buffet style Dominican spot. Wow, that
man.
was absolutely delicious.
That shit
absolutely
was so
delicious,
fucking
bro.
good, bro.
All that is on there.
Aguacate salad. My God, bro. I'm still thinking about that shit.
Yo, I'm so hungry right now, bro.
Let's just go back, bro. Fuck it.
We should just fuck it.
go
Let's
back.
drop all this shit right now and just go. Let's just say fuck it, man.
We're
Who
gonna be
cares?
calling tarping games.
I'll call tarping games. I don't care, man. Hit in the air to deep left field, and that's a home run. That's how they call the games in the minor leagues. You ever hear the minors?
It's like watching
Hit in the
golf.
air to right field. There's a home run there, and the Tarpons take a 2-1 lead. And now batting is who's this again? Oh, okay. Hector Camacho comes up, and the pitch is hit on the ground a second. There's that'll end the game, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. I'm gonna go to Bob's Burger now. That's it. See you later. But no, we love Tampa, but you also
Yes, sir.
get the takeover of Percy in Walmart, which is wild. It's absolutely wild.
This day was just you couldn't have written a better script.
No,
Honestly,
you couldn't.
I just can't wait to see.
Happened.
I
Marcus
can't wait to
Stroman
see
night in the house.
Marcus Stroman night. I mean, yeah, bro. This is. I think that was. I mean, it's hard to say what the best day. I mean, it was like
Oh, that was the best.
every
like,
day was
team-wise,
so fucking good.
I mean, every day for the team was amazing, but
Yeah.
that was like the best. That was really like that was the bonding day. That's what it was meant to be.
You
Like,
said
it was our
You planned
bonding
it.
day.
You planned it before we went. You said that
So-
Saturday's gonna be like a team building, team bonding,
Yeah,
and that's exactly what it was.
It
That's
was
exactly what
amazing, man. It was absolutely awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see it tomorrow. So please, guys, be in the chat with us tomorrow at 7 p.m. It's already posted. You get the spoiler of all of us in our Marcus Stroman gear at night. Okay, I was a professional. All right, just saying.
Literally, bro.
Of putting it on. Okay, never.
Nobody
the first time
had
in
to
my
tell.
life, I promise.
Nobody had to tell Pete how to put on a do rag for the first time in his life.
Facts.
It's a little bit crazy when you think
It
about it.
really was the first time in my
It's
life. I
kinda
promise.
wild.
I could be lie detected on this one. No joke.
Just
It was
saying,
the
it's
first
like
time.
the first time I tried to put on a do rag, like I needed help.
Shit,
Pete
I was quick with
apparently
it, Bob.
doesn't. He didn't need help. So
I was ready to go. I was ready to go with it, man. And where do you guys see it? It really is so much funny. It's so much funny. It's very, very funny. It's exciting. And then we'll work on the last one is going to be days 5 and 6 combined, and that will be it. Wednesday, mark it on your calendar, guys. March 27th, Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. There is no place that you need to be besides right here. Truly, it's breaking down everything of the 2024 season for the Yankees. Again, designated spitters, Bronx or nothing, Johnny's Lasagna, and Christian from NYYST. We are coming together like Voltron to go ahead and give you guys an amazing show covering what we think is going to happen this year. And yes, we will sit there and give our prediction on if the Yankees will take home number 28. That is what that show is all about. So make sure you tune in for it. I got nothing left to say. Francis, you want to take us out?
yeah, man. Listen, guys, action-packed week here at NYYU. Do not miss it. It's gonna be amazing. Opening day this week. It's opening week. This is officially the last designated spitters episode without actual real baseball that counts. So
Oh, by the time we come back, I think they're done with the first series, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday is yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is. It's,
Oh, God.
it's Houston Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Oh,
Sunday.
God, I hope it's good. Carlos, don't let me down, Los, please.
Oh man, it's crazy as it sounds. I think I'm more worried about Nestor in the opener, but
Oh yeah, Nestor. I'm terrified of Nestor.
I feel like Los is
Nah, bro,
Gonna
you gotta
find a
read
way
Kev's comment, bro. I ain't even reading that shit out loud.
oh shit. Hold
I ain't
on.
even reading that shit out loud, bro.
Francis, my
Nah,
grandma
man.
got up. Ay, Dios mío. Oh my god. Okay, that's ladies and gentlemen, that's how you know it's time. That's how you know when it's time to
This is when it's time for that. When you hear that, this is what you need.
yeah. Exactly. So cheers. I got this cut from Tampa. Okay. Y'all already know, man. Keep it locked and stay tuned. Smacky the likey. Hit the damn subby. It's NYYU, the mother freaking best in the business when it comes to this Yankee content stuff. Y'all already know this. I don't got to tell you, but in case you didn't, I'm here to remind you. So keep it locked. Stay tuned because the next episode will, in fact, be the best episode.
This dude said it took her 3 days to do that. Anyway, guys, you know we will never come whack on a designated Spittaz track. I will see you guys later. Be there tomorrow, 7 p.m. Don't miss it. I want to see you in the chat. We out, baby. Eventually, we're out, and when I find
Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion. Yeah, we on your radar. Yeah. Hey, look, top floor, lifestyle, chef and boy, I'm cooking up. Put too high, ain't coming down, you see me if you looking up. I don't really talk too much, I show I'm running numbers up. Lucky that I'm strolling up, I'm going off, they know what's up. Wrist too silly, yeah, numbers crack the billy. Yeah, don't need no dilly, I'm too fresh, I feel like really, yeah. Feel the duffels up the sign, I need a million. I'm about to take off, and I know that I'm on they radar. Top 10 radar.